Just tell me when.
I am rolling.
So, when I'm going to concede, that's a very interesting question, and I have thought a lot about it. The problem is that the Transhumanist Party is not going to get on that many state ballots, if any at all. It takes a huge amount of resources to actually get on state ballots, and you need to be on state ballots to actually be elected. And we don't have many resources, so we would rather spend our resources not on getting on 1 or 2 state ballots, but on promoting transhumanism. And after all, my entire campaign has really been about spreading a pro-transhumanist message and trying to get people to, appreciate that and maybe think about it further. So at some point, I'm going to have to concede and say, well, I'm not going to be elected president. I'm not even going to have a full chance to do so. But, we'll probably wait till near the end, and we're hoping that maybe somebody who's leading will say, well, Zolt, is there a position you can have in our cabinet, or maybe as a deputy position to somebody in the cabinet? But either way, I'm hoping that some of the publicity I've been getting, which has been a lot, might translate into some type of success for the broader transhumanism movement and for the Transhumanist Party. But the end game of conceding is sort of, how can I spread the message of transhumanism most? And what is the method for doing that? And so that will determine how I concede.
And do you think initially you'd said that you were, that this was a much longer play, in terms of, 8 or, 12 years out. Now having, faced these challenges of setting up a political party and all that, has that changed your opinion on any of that?
Well, I think ultimately I want to run again. In fact, I have been trying to set myself up to become much more of a public figure, so that
you gonna?
Sure. Yes, I would absolutely love to run again, and I definitely will. The real question is, how can I do so and actually have a bigger and better chance of winning, or at least making my a big enough splash that justifies it? I don't know if I would run again for the Transhumanist Party. It's not that I don't love the party, it's that if I have no chance of winning, maybe I should be more expedient about it. I'd probably end up running for the Democrat Party and doing something for them and seeing if I can tap more into their own resources. And this might be in 2020 or 2024. And at the same time, maybe if a big funder comes on board to the Transhumanist Party, maybe it will work for the Transhumanist Party. It's really about funding, and part of the problem is that in my own presidential campaign, I have not accepted any personal financing for my campaign. It's just been something I haven't done because there really hasn't been that much, and also because I'm really upset with campaign finance laws. I think the whole thing's a big giant scam that the Republicans and the Democrats are running. So I've been trying to stay away from any kind of funding whatsoever for my own presidential campaign, just as a kind of a symbol of saying, hey, screw you. I can still run and be in the news and be public without actually spending someone else's money. The Immortality Bus is a little bit different because it's not my official campaign bus. It's certainly a bus that I'm using to promote transhumanism as well as my campaign. But for technical reasons, we're not calling it the campaign bus. We're just calling it the Immortality Bus, which is really about spreading a pro-transhumanist and pro-longevity kind of voice, message, and also just outreach. And so while of course it's tied to my campaign, I find the Immortality Bus much broader than my campaign, something that might be around for the next 10 years. I mean, it would be my goal to have somebody take over the bus and continue. In fact, we've even had investors offer already to take it over to Europe. This one large investor who actually helped out the Indigo campaign fund was interested in having the bus in Europe. And I've also actually had a meeting with another Russian who also has expressed interest in sponsoring the bus to go to Russia.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, totally. So I'm excited that internationally, and of course the one place I really want to take it is Asia. I think Asia, the bus would do great. So there's a possibility that the bus will absolutely explode. I think it will. I'm astonished actually already how much press and media coverage the bus has gotten, even before anyone's actually seen a real photo of it. So, like I said, I was on Skype with the Sydney Morning Herald, and this is one of Australia's largest newspapers yesterday, specifically talking about the bus. It's been in major publications, so I'm pretty excited to see what will actually happen when it actually starts appearing on the road and going to events and causing the kind of controversy that the bus was designed to cause.